What's up, everybody? It's your boy CamronSlacker here. I know it's been a while, but don't even worry about it. Right now, I came to you with an updated version of my Mermail Atlanteans, and the reason why I'm giving you a showcase of this is because this is probably the deck that's probably given me the most success in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! So I gotta at least give it some love. Now, I'm probably gonna start off with the main deck. Of course, if you played Mermails at any point ever, you already know you got to get your three Megalos. You have to. Megalos, of course, the mainstay. He's the OTK. He's the card that pretty much does all the work and puts in all that effort. Like you know, like he's not technically the main guy for the group, but come on now, come on now. Come on. You get to discard two cards from your hand to the graveyard as the cost of him just being summoned. Alright? You get a monster that has the same attack as Red Eyes Black Dragon just by discarding, which is what this deck wants to do. And since the entire deck is water, it just adds even better. And you get to add an Abyss Scale to your hand, spell a trap, yada yada yada. And of course, you get to tribute another monster to attack again. There goes the OTK. So of course you need three copies of him automatically. There's no question about that. Then there's three copies of Mermail Atlantean. At first I hated him, but it seems like he just works best when you play him not as another Megalo, but more or less like a combo piece, which I guess the entire deck really is. You get to discard a card, a water monster to be more specific, and special summon this card from your hand, and add one level 4 or lower Mermail monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. See, you think this is a lot, but it'll get you to the next two cards that I'm about to get into. And it does have a pretty beefy defense. Plus, since it's also the same level as Megalo, you can always just overlay it, and that's always good to have. So I highly recommend you guys, of course, getting three of them. And lucky for us, thanks to one of the more recent sets, he should be a lot cheaper now than when I got him. Ugh. The next two cards is Mermail Abyss Spike. When you normal summon him, you get to discard a water monster to your graveyard and add one level 3 water monster from your deck to your hand once per turn, yada yada yada. The reason why I play two of him and not one or three or whatever is because three of him won't really work, especially since his effect comes in on summon instead of like in hand, like Megalo and Abysstius, where their summoned is by getting rid of something. And the reason why I don't play one of him is because thanks to his level, thanks to his type, and plus he has a decent body for level 4, it just seems like it just works better if I play two of him instead of three or one. Rounding up the last of the Mermails is Mermail Abyss Gun, and there's a reason why I don't play any of the other ones, and I play this, because this card helps everyone, because all the cards want to discard things, and this is the card that's mainly for discarding. You never normal summon this, you discard it. And then when you discard it, you get to bring one of the other Mermails back from the graveyard, which is amazing because you basically get to have more than one Megalo, more than one Abysstius or Pike or whatever, and go into any place you need to. And that's why I typically play one gun, because any more of her, she becomes useless because she can't bring back herself. And any less than one, then I wouldn't be playing her. Now for your boys, the Atlanteans. First off, Prince. I love Prince. Send one Atlantean monster from your deck to your graveyard. You know who to send. And I'll get to him too. Add one Atlantean card from your deck to your hand. And again, I'll show you who to go into. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, activate a water monster's effect, target one Atlantean monster in your graveyard except Neptibus, and special summon it to the field. This card starts off everything. You need 3. There's no question about it. You need 3. Because he starts the game, and he'll be the last card to leave the board outside of your opponent's monsters. I promise you. He's just too good. He combos amazingly with Megalo. He just gets everything started, and that's why you need 3. But, that's... Come on now. He's a prince. He's a prince, you know what I'm saying? Think of Vegeta to give you an idea of how much you need him. Alright, and another 3 copy for the Atlanteans, Dragoon. The minute the ban list changed, you needed Dragoon. 3 of them. No questions asked. And there's a reason for that, because once again, it combos with Neptibus, and it combos with Megalo. So these 3 cards, Megalo, Prince, Dragoon. Its effect is all face of level 3 Sea Serpent type monsters you control can attack an opponent directly. And when this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a water monster's effect, add 1 Sea Serpent monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, first off, let me get one thing straight. You're never using the all face-up level 3 or lower Sea Serpent monsters attack directly. No, you're never using that. You're always using the when it's in the graveyard effect. Get rid of it with Prince and proceed to go for game. I'm just saying right now. Plus, it has good level, being a level 4. It's stronger than Pike, being at 18 instead of 16. And of course, the water and it's a Sea Serpent. There's so much support for this. It's amazing. It's truly an amazing card. You need 3. Next up is the cards you typically would get if you played Dragoon and Prince and all that. You get Infantry. I played 2 of him. Because 3 of him, okay, let me just get to the point. During your main phase, you can normal summon this card, level 1 or lower Sea Serpent monster, in addition to your regular normal summon. So that's 2 normal summons. And when this card is sent to the graveyard, you can activate its effect, target one face-up card your opponent controls, destroy that target. You care about the second effect, where you get to destroy an opponent's monster. Granted, yes, you can use the first effect, but since it has 0 attack, it's just kind of like but thanks to links, it makes it a little better. If you ask me, Infantry is a staple 2 of, and so is the next card, which normally gets compared to Infantry, because this one gets rid of your monsters or face-up spell and traps, yada yada yada. This takes care of the face-up stuff that your opponent has on the field. Another 2 is, of course, Marksman, which normally gets compared to Infantry. It does the exact same thing as Infantry, except for face-down monsters, except for face-down cards. Also, it gets to attack, and when it attacks and deals damage, you get to special summon another card. Level 4 lower Atlantean, Sea Serpent, yada yada yada. You know the drill. The thing about Marksman, and the reason why I play 2 of each instead of 3 Pike, 3 this, 3 that, 2, 1, etc. The reason why I always do that is because more than 2, I feel like clogs, and I stop getting the OTK that I want. And less than 2, I don't have enough to like clear boards and all that sort of stuff. Which is why I normally play 2 of each. It just feels like the law of averages and blah 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 blah. Next up is the Bay of the deck. You need to understand, this card is just as important as Prince. If Neptibus is Prince, this is the Princess, to give you an idea of how important this card is. This card can bring even more stuff, including Prince. And sorry for the shaky camera. You can kind of tell where I am. Deep Sea Diva. If I could get more than 1 of this card, but then again, the ban list, so basically, this is what this card does. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon a 1 level 3 or lower Sea Serpent monster from your deck. That's it. That's all it does. And you know what? Who is a lower than level 1, level 3, yada yada yada, Sea Serpent type monster? Prince. Proceed to go for game. It brings Prince. Prince does his shit. And then just keeps going. And now you have a Sea Serpent water tuner monster. So you can even go for your synchro plays. And yes, you use synchros in this deck. That's how big important this is. That's how important Diva is. You even have synchros just because you have her. Next up, I gotta have these cards in here because nowadays people be doing too much and people need to be stopped. 3 Gamasio. The Sea Turtle Kaiju. You tribute over your opponent's monster. Don't even worry about that wall of text you see there. Don't even worry about it because all you need to do is tribute your monster. That's all you need. Get rid of Sea Turtle however you like, but point is just tribute the problem. Buzz is the water, aqua, which is why I don't use any of the other kaijus. Now the next cards are the next few monsters are my personal choice. So excuse Aqua Spirit. Level 4, water, aqua. Get rid of a monster from your graveyard, which is amazing, to special summon it. And as long as this card's face up on the field during your opponent's standby phase, you can change the battle position of the monster. Don't care. The real thing you want to do with this card is, of course, do your plays and yada yada yada. And it's just extra monster, good support. I like it. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really good. You don't have to run it, of course. But it's personal preference. These are the last 2 monsters. First up, we go to Burial. Sometimes things don't go your way. That's why you have Burial. That's the whole reason you have Burial. Because things don't go your way all the time. You may have to start and you have to set that. You have to just summon that and just hope your opponent waste resources getting rid of it. Because like I said, this deck isn't really competitive, but it's gotten me a good amount of wins online, real life, etc. Now for the last monster, Molin Glacier, the Elemental Lord. It's the water one. It snipes 2 cards out of your opponent's hand. And all you need is 5 water monsters in the graveyard, which since all the monsters in the deck are water, this is just amazing just to brag a bit, you know what I'm saying? Plus it's stronger than Megalo, but be careful though, because if it leaves the field, you lose your battle phase. Which since you're trying to go for OTK, that's not good. Now, remember when I was talking about Megalo and I said that he can bring the best scales to his hand? These are the scales. These, once again, help you with the OTK. Masuchi and Citrus is the ones I use. Mizuchi negates spells, Citrus negates traps. They activate it, these negate, it goes to the graveyard. That's pretty much how this effect goes for both of them. Now, the reason why I don't play the other one is because it's for monster effects, and it only gains 400 attack, so it's like, nah. Now, if it had 800, then I would have added it, but no. And the reason why I play both of them is because I have multiple Megalos. I don't want to put all resources into just one Masuchi. I'm really into this whole OTK thing. If you ask me, if you really had to pick one, you pick Masuchi because it negates the spells. But I play both. You equip these two to Megalo. You can equip them to any of the Mermails, but Megalo is typically the one you want to equip it to. Now for spells that round up the water stuff is Moray of Greed. Why? Fix dead hands. Shuffle 2 water monsters from your hand to your deck, draw 3 cards. Like I said, it's to fix dead hands. That's all this is. That's part of Grid is, of course. Banned, I couldn't tell you why, but yeah. Moray of Greed is just lit, if you ask me. Next up, we got your typical spell and trap card removal Twin Twisters, 2 of them. I don't play 3 because I'm getting rid of a lot of cards. So Twin Twister just seems like it would work. 2 of them for personal reasons. I just don't think 3 is necessary. And of course, you gotta discard, which activates effects, which is good for me. This deck wants to get rid of stuff. Now for the one-ofs spell cards. Actually, you know what? Let me fix that. For the rest of the spell, for the